I'm broke the boss, I flipped the script. Super Trucker Podcast got me fully equipped. Left the noise behind, now I'm stacking green. Voyager Nation made me live the dream.
All right, how to scale from one truck to a fleet.
Treat your first truck like a business. That's rule number one. Because it is.
It is, except for with one clause. Easy to say, hard to do.
Yeah, because if it was easy, man, like everybody would have it a fleet, but we don't, right?
Yep.
But it doesn't mean that it's that it is impossible. It's just you're growing your good habits from the beginning, so that you can learn to make those business decisions. So when it comes time to do it, it comes a lot easier. I don't think it ever goes away. But it's decision making.
Yes. So, but first of all, before you even start like getting more trucks, you got to make sure you can run with one truck, right?
Yeah. So understanding the formula of what it takes to make that money.
Yes, and one of the biggest challenges that I see there, like first of all, running one truck is already like piece of work, right?
Absolutely.
And because we obviously see, just like any business in the United States, any new entity is very likely to fail within a year or 3 years, something like that.
Yeah, I think it depends on the industry, but you're pretty spot on. 1 to 3 years.
So here we go. The entrepreneurship is not always going to work. Most businesses that are very well known internationally businesses, man, we tried probably a lot of times before we hit it.
Yeah.
And there was probably a lot of failures and everything else, but baby steps, you start with something and then you start building from there. So utilize the resources of other people.
That's one of the beautiful things about this industry, man, that could come to you right there. So for example, other industries, right, you get franchises and all that you're using their resources to scale your business. But in here, leasing on to a company like Voyager, you're going to have resources at your fingertips and you're pretty much paying as you earn. But it allows you, if you use them right, to leverage your business and actually see that growth that would normally take you, I don't know, man, 2 times you can get more in 1 year if you're that guy. You can get more accomplished in 1 year, what would normally take you probably 3 to 4 years out on your own.
Yeah, I think it's just common knowledge because, for example, if the only way to become an owner-operator would be to buy a truck cash out, that you would see an owner-operator like very rarely. That would be like a dying breed.
Right, yeah.
So you use banks' money to buy a truck. You spend money to start making money now. Yeah, you pay interest and everything else, but everybody is there to make money. So all that is normal. Then let's say fuel cards. You don't have to pony up all the money up front. You utilize the company's fuel card. You don't have to buy a trailer right out. Use the company that you're leasing onto trailer.
Yeah, so we'll pause right there because it's not just about use the company trailer and just that. No, because like we said, you know how many people try and fail. So let's say you did hire a guy, and he didn't work out. You just put that trailer right back there and try again. If you're on your own, you just leased or bought a trailer. You don't just bring that shit right back. You now are committed to that trailer for a year, and I have seen empty seats for a month or so, if not more. And so
and probably, unfortunately, the smaller you are, the closer to the ground you are, the harder it's going to be overcome some of those problems.
Yeah, for sure.
So using other people's money is very important.
Welcome to America.
All right. So now hiring drivers. To build your fleet, obviously you're gonna need drivers, right? That's a biggest challenge these days because drivers, yes, you can find drivers. However, finding good drivers is the name of the game.
Yeah.
I can just give you one hint, something that I learned a long time ago, and I'm standing behind it because that's legit. Usually when I ask the question like which driver is better, the guy that is homeless, he's gonna pretty much live in the truck and he's dedicated to that truck, versus the guy who has a house, wife, car, kids going to college. He needs money, to take care of kids. He has family obligations and everything else. The answer that I always get is the homeless guy.
Mm-hmm. But
because the thought process, and again, maybe I was in the same mindset. The thought process is, man, like this guy, he's just there in the truck. But there is a problem there. You think like this because obviously somebody who is watching this video, how do you scale up? How do you, build a fleet? You think that being in the truck equals progress because if you were in the truck, you would be moving forward and making money.
Yes.
But the guy that doesn't have any obligations, he just needs a roof. And that roof is there regardless if he is standing still or running.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I've just been doing this for so long that, man, like it's like 50-50, man, because like unmotivated people can start families and make babies. And so like
no, but I'm not talking about that because that type of unmotivated people, we're gonna, these are the people that have like 25 CDL suspensions because of child support issues and yada yada yada.
Yeah, so
I'm talking about like the middle America hardworking guy with middle America obligations, house payment, car payment, wife, life, kids college, all the normal people stuff.
Right. So now the idea would be discover the way to attract that type of individual.
That's important.
So I was actually trying to marry up two people a couple of weeks ago, man. A guy, he didn't quite want to be an owner operator just yet. He's been driving for 7 years, only with 2 companies. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty decent. But again, he's coming from big boy companies, mega carriers. So he's not going to come drive a 1998 jalopy. He wants to, he's used to a certain type of truck, and because of the equipment, they just couldn't meet up. And so here you go. Here's a guy looking for some change, 1099. The guy the business owner that's going to be like, hey, listen, I run with new equipment to make sure you're on the road. Less breakdowns. That will be the winner of a potentially good driver.
Yes, and again, if you're already scaling up and you're looking to buy your second or third truck, I think buying not your imaginary dream truck, but a nice working truck is very important because now you have to attract the drivers. Mm-hmm. You have to look like a business that will pay. Your truck has to look like a truck that will run, because now that individual that's coming to you to work as a driver is counting on that truck to run. He's counting on you to be able to financially solve these trucks problems so he can continue running and making money, plus obviously getting paid on time and everything else. All these things are going to be very important to good drivers. Mm-hmm. And knowing the industry as deeply as I do, I would not be very easy on everybody who has a truck ability to pay me.
Right, yeah. So I mean, do you think that you have to, build repeat customer lanes in order to attract these quality people we're talking about?
I think for a drivers, yes, that would help. However, that's a big mega carriers game, I think. You will not be able, well, I never say never, but like it's going to be very, very difficult for a small fleet to meet the customer's needs, so the customer can kind of give you something dedicated. And then also that comes with a challenge that we also discussed many times during cover videos. Now you're building your business and your drivers' relationships around this very, very specific type of work.
You're going to lose the guy to that if it slows down.
So now you can work very hard. You can spend the top dollar to get nice trucks, hire the best drivers, maybe even go out of your way and find a really good lane. And again, really good lane, not necessarily going to pay you top dollar, but it's going to be very convenient, very attractive to the driver. And now anything that's going to change, and it doesn't have to be just you and your business, anything that company can lose a customer, that company can change the production line, anything that happens, all your big investment into people and equipment can go to shit very quickly, because when you're gonna tell that guy who knew that every Monday morning he goes to this plant, the trailer is loaded, and all he has to do is just like go and deliver in New Jersey and get a reload back, all of a sudden you are offering him something else, but he was conditioned to that for the last couple of years.
You know, and a prime example of that is for those guys that know Florida well, and you know, it's your backyard. When Reed sold out to Warner, we scooped up some owner operators, and one individual, remember, he had like 3-4 trucks. And it was exactly that. Years and years and years of being successful in that type of environment and market where it was the same customers every day, fat and happy. And then once that all went away and nobody asked for his permission, you know, he swore he knew the owner and all of that, and they wouldn't do that to him. He'd get a phone call before anything would happen. He found himself available to the industry and now shopping around for a new home. The guys can make money, but they just couldn't get over that mindset of where the truck, you know, going outside of what their comfort zone would be. And that caused his business to completely fall apart.
So here we go.
Like completely fall apart.
So sometimes you have to do less than ideal things to secure the future.
Yeah, man. Damn.
Because if you're always going to go just like for the easiest, yeah, and I get it. You got to risk it to, you know, to make it a little bit. But these are the problems that somebody that's really, you know, like putting in the effort and work, and sometimes people may not consider that. We take it for granted, but then life happens. So I'm not saying not to do that. I'm saying, you know, if there is an opportunity, you know, this is opportunistic business, go for it.
But yeah, I would agree, because I would do it, but I would also be very conscious that I know that
what's coming next.
Yeah, so
the only thing is that, you know, like some of us would say, yeah, okay, I'm going to do it, but I'm going to tell my driver that it's, you know, potentially it's not going to last forever. And then if it's gone, it's gone. We're going to go back to, you know, spot market or whatnot. And here's what's going to, in reality, happen. Like, first of all, just by saying that, you're going to plant a seed in your driver's head that this is somehow risky. And your driver may look for a more peaceful place.
No, yeah. And when do you introduce that conversation? Because
and second of all, when you're going into it, obviously your driver going to yes you to death. But when it's gonna be time to pull out, when the habits already formed, when life already adjusted to it, it's gonna, that I told you is not gonna help you.
No, not at all. You need a different plan.
Yeah, but again, that's the beauty of being a businessman. You know, like the risk pays.
Yeah. So
if you're not willing to take a risk, then you shouldn't be getting first truck to begin with.
Yeah.
And here we're talking about the fleet, I guess. Holy crap! Is this real? $4,000 a week in this market, guys. This is not a joke. We got plenty of owner-operators in this market taking home $4,000 a week every single week. So if you're interested in something like this, we're located right here in Mulberry, Florida, just a few miles south of Lakeland. Give us a call, 863-342-5171, because $4,000 take home after all the expenses, that's nothing to laugh at.
All right, so what do we got next here?
Fuel program advantages. Again, that's the same one. Like, for as long as possible, use other people's money. And then when it's time for you to go, obviously, and you have your own authority, then get your own fuel card.
Man, and even that, like, so if you're scaling and you got some drivers now, I can see how you just force the guy, like, let's say your best savings is at a Pilot or a Flying J or something. And you're like, hey, man, this card is only to be used at Pilot and Flying J. That's it. Because some guys are going to be conscious and can use the app, trip plan, but not everybody has that skill set as a driver.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, like, I don't know, like, I think a lot of drivers would not be very, very helpful to play that game with you. Most of the drivers, we want to be just like, I just want to get fuel when I need fuel, and that's it.
Yeah. Maybe more concerned about the points and showers and bullshit like that.
Yeah, so I think just at the end of the day, focus on the key truck stop chains, and whatever fits. Obviously, if you can get your driver somehow motivated to play that game, to actually look for best places to save money and everything else, do that. I've seen a lot of people that would do that just because we are good people.
Yeah, for sure.
But at the end of the day, it's not gonna be the same as you doing it for yourself. A lot of people gonna find it as a hassle.
Yeah, that's your problem, not mine. And it doesn't change that. That's one of the biggest expenses of your business. That's for sure.
Because that's your business.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so managing cash flow for multiple units.
Again, to some degree, I think, actually, if everything else is being managed properly, the more units you have, the easier it becomes. Because, financially, pennies per mile.
Right.
Because, for example, if you have, one truck and turbo blows, 100% of your fleet is at standstill.
And that's it. There's no cash flow.
You're not making any money anywhere. Let's say you have 10 trucks and one truck's turbo blows. You still have, let's say, maybe 8 trucks running. And that helps you to push through those tougher moments because the other trucks can pay for this truck. So there is some benefit out there as far as the cash flow management, because that is important. Only one truck going down does not equal your business at a standstill.
Yeah.
It just slightly crippled until it's repaired.
Yeah, that's true. So there you go, guys. Cash flow is king. And I think cash flow is going to be king to any organization, any type of business. Like, without cash flow, you're dead in the water. Maintenance planning across assets.
Well, I think it's, in general, I think whatever equipment you're going to have, keep it in good working order, just like if you would with your regular truck. So maintenance is important. Pay attention. Maybe at that point also, it's silly to install a speed limiter for yourself, because that's your money, you control it. That gas pedal is now, every time you squeeze it too hard, now it's your wallet. But when you have drivers, I don't know, somehow, some way, it would be nice to manage that speed that we're traveling at. We are a 100% owner-operator company, so it's a little bit easier, because every time you decide to go a little faster, at the end of the day, that is your money. And I would still hate to see you losing it. But when you have drivers, man, like, I've heard somebody to tell me that he's so proud to run, how did he say? He's so proud to be at 4 miles with a gallon.
What?
And if he could push it down to 3 miles with a gallon.
Why would he be proud of that?
Just ignorant way of saying, I don't give a fuck. I'm an old school tough driver that runs fast.
As long as it's not my bill.
Yeah. I think it's that. It's not. There is nothing constructive about it.
Okay, here we go, guys.
But we're talking now. We're talking, let's say, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 trucks, right? So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 personalities.
Yeah. Yep. Even uniformity across your trucks, man. Like, you know what I mean? Because again, you're dealing with people, and now you You take a quality guy and you put him in a less desirable looking truck. He's not just gonna jump into that and ride out into it because it's your business and he's here to save your business. So you have that too.
Like sometimes, especially some of you guys that have those famous trucks that you, let's say, I've seen a lot of drivers liking those long nose Pete's and KWs and so on. Man, you wouldn't be able to pay me enough. Like, I would drive that Volvo and you can make all the fun in the world from me. I would not be driving in that, can of freaking tuna, man. I don't know. It's just not comfortable. It's not the standard of living there. Like, man, like a nice new conventional truck, like whatever, name it, Freightliner, Volvo, any of those modern like Peterbilt, Kenworths, is gonna be a hell of a lot better than that badass. I have to agree, badass looking truck rolling down the highway. But that's owner operator's toy. That's not for drivers.
No, yeah, that's
and I get it. You may find some drivers that are gonna happy to drive it. But I think if you're looking at the big picture and uniformity, you want to position yourself at the top to be able to select any driver. So you're probably looking at the automatic transmission and something still pretty new. We're talking about, I don't know, like let's just talk about miles, probably at that point 750,000 miles truly becomes your dead end.
Yeah, time to re-up on that bad boy.
Yep. And sometimes at that point also the truck payment, just no matter how you spend your finances before that point, once you get in the fleet and driver's business, truck payment is part of your business because you will constantly need to renew the trucks. Even if that truck runs just fine, but it's going to be harder and harder for you to find drivers for it.
Yeah, that's for sure. All right, so we got insurance scaling strategies. So how do you take advantage of that?
You cannot take advantage of that. That's going to rip you off and leave you naked on the side of the road, man. Like, insurance is a tough game. It's a very, very expensive and complicated piece of business. So I say... keeping quality drivers, making sure all your drivers have a good driving record, communicating with drivers and expressing the importance of having a good driving record. All those things are gonna count, and obviously having good equipment. That's the only things that's gonna help you. Everything else, man, it's a tough thing.
Yeah, because that you're gonna have to see that. You're gonna have to assess the risk of a driver and make that hard decision before the accident happens. So if they have poor bad habits, you just gotta know, man. Like it's all fun and games to keep them there and give second and third chances and stuff until something happens, and then the insurance, and then when it's time for renewal, good luck.
Yeah, and again, like that's gonna be. You guys gotta understand. I think insurance shuts down more trucking companies than DOT.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Because once you're in this game, it's not just about how much. There is a place in this world, and it's not very far away from you if you're in this business, where getting a quote can be impossible. Not even like how much, just to get a quote.
Yeah, because even that, I guess at some point where you're growing, you're gonna have to have an agent look for it, right? At some point in growth?
Of course, like guaranteed. Like if we're talking about leased on to somebody, that's other people's problems.
Yeah.
But if you already have your own authority and you have your own big boy insurance, of course you need like a couple of agents. Okay, you can't even do it with one, because I've seen again and again agents falling asleep. And I actually mentioned it like a while back during the other situation. But just yesterday, my buddy David's insurance expired on cargo, and he did not have the renewal. The renewal that he was getting in place. We drove proposal the last minute, and the insurance expired.
Oh shit.
And then he got it sorted out today. However, now he has a 1-day lapse in insurance. So that alone is gonna be, shoved into his face every time he's gonna go through insurance renewal for the next couple years.
Man, is there a period that falls off or what?
Eventually, the more time goes by and you keep, the insurance without any gaps, people are going to ask less and less questions. But that record is forever. So it's forever record. It's always going to be there. So to a lot of, insurance companies see that as just as a bad, insurance client.
There we go.
And again, that was not supposed to lapse. He had everything in place. We just okay, let's do it. Where do we sign and everything?
Where do I wire the money?
And then the last minute was we withdraw the offer. But that was a strange thing because usually the offer comes in writing. It's good for 30 days, yada yada. There are some legalities in there, but I think it's more legalities maybe on the liability aspect,
right.
And that's just a cargo piece of that. So. Those couple of loads that he was hauling for the last 24 hours was kind of not exactly insured. But
good thing we're making this video.
but he's all right now. He's all right. So he got a different quote. He got it in place. He actually had that quote already yesterday, but because of a time difference with a main insurance company,
okay.
We were not able to bind it last night. So
there you go.
We had to push through one night without fucking anything up, and we managed to do that.
So David's gonna be okay. He just can't sit down for a week, but he'll be all right.
Hey, welcome to Trucking.
All right, we got mentorship opportunities. So I'm pretty sure there's a wealth of knowledge that's out there. It's just who's willing to receive and learn, and who's asking the right questions.
I think surround yourself with good people, and people are willing to share. People are willing to talk to other people. And if you're not surrounding yourself necessarily with the best people, but then when somebody is sharing the information with you,
just listen.
Because how many times you're spending all this time and effort to give a solid advice to somebody, and then we just but that Johnny there, he's fucking bullshit on top of bullshit, and he's out there looking for more bullshit, and you're like, what the fuck was I doing here for all this time?
Yeah. I live by that rule. If you're gonna ask somebody for advice, first of all, check the source, make sure it's credible, and just shut the fuck up and listen. Otherwise, I think I would, or anybody would, comes off as combative, and then the people they're too busy being successful. They don't have time for that, man.
Because, for example, just in the topics that we discussed right now, right? For example, the insurance problems that we just talked. I can guarantee you there's going to be somebody, obviously maybe not right away, but as this video going to sit in the internet for a little bit, somebody going to start, some comments combating me for me sharing the information about my life experience.
Yeah.
About my experience with insurance, about my friend's experience with insurance. We're gonna attack me because it sucks. I understand, man. It shouldn't be like that.
But it is, yeah.
But it is, and I'm just sharing what it is.
Yeah.
But a lot of people gonna start fighting it. We're gonna somehow people think that I think it's a good idea.
I know, man. I think the only person that should be upset here is David. Maybe too much, too fast, too soon. Maybe we should have let a week go by.
Or he is damn, I shouldn't have told him about it.
All right. All right.
Now I'm fucking famous. Man, you're famous now.
There you go, man. From one truck to empire, your roadmap. And I think it's that, man. I just think it's open for opportunity, open to do things different, and you're evolving yourself. Man, you cannot be the same dude on your fifth truck that you were on your second or third truck. I think this game is, the risks are different, calculations are different, and so it's a moving target.
And trust me, even even if you're gonna try to avoid it, the life is gonna teach you the lesson anyway. So if you were like already, you know, at the track 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, man, you already know what's up. You already know what's up. And I think the only, like, the biggest lesson in life that I learned from trucking, man, it sucks. It just you have to be willing to, like, push through it. There is no other.
Find a way, man. That's it.
There's no other way. Just sticking to it and not quitting until the life itself spits you out. If that happens, you know, take it like God's sign or something. I don't know.
Something else.
But yeah, like just survive the suck. Just embrace it and
Push it away.
stick with the game, because, you know, I get it, in the tough moments sometimes it sounds like, maybe, you know, like a coffee shop would be a better idea, or a ice cream truck, you know, like that guy with 30 ice cream trucks. and now, you know, like everything would be better than where you're at, but everybody have problems. If it was easy, everybody would do it. Just embrace the suck, stick through this. I think trucking is still, no matter how hard it is still the best opportunity I ever had in my life, no matter how much it sucks.
Yeah. I mean, it is that playground where if you're calculated, you could definitely improve your situation and set yourself up for a good future.
Yeah, it's just like in that movie Rocky, or like
Which part?
where like it doesn't matter how much you get hit, like
it's kind of like how you get back up.
Yeah. That's life. That's trucking for you. Here we go. So movie Rocky is about trucking, actually.
Yeah.
Now you know.
Get your ass kicked and get back up. All right, guys. Be safe. Drive safe.
And if you're looking for the best company to partner up with to grow your next trucking empire, give us a call, 863-342-5171. We got all the resources which you need to fire it up and go from there.
All right, guys. Be good. Bye.
Operators looking for the best business owner opportunity, look no further. I got all the programs that are going to make you successful. Everything to operating from 2 different fuel cards, top of the line trailers with a maintenance program that is unbeatable, to plates, insurance, you name it, we got it. All you got to do is give us a call, 863-342-5171. Learn more and get started.